का स्वागत है।
Welcome
आज
to Avyakti Parivar. Today is the 24th day. Stay in Avyakt Silence and experience the double light angelic stage. Today's topic is Do not have any burden. Avyakt signal. It is essential to fulfill your responsibilities, but to the extent that you have responsibilities, be double light to the same extent. While fulfilling your responsibilities, be detached from any burden of responsibility. This is known as being loved by the Father. Do not be afraid of do not be afraid by thinking, what can I do? Because I have a lot of responsibility. Should I do this or not? This is very difficult. To feel this means to have a burden. To be double light means to be free from this feeling too. Do not have any burden from some upheaval or any work of responsibility. Now we'll listen to Mohini Didi.
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
बाबा ने बहुत बड़ी प्रवृत्ति दी है।
Baba has given us a
हम लोगों ने अपनी
very big
लौकिक
household.
गृहस्थी नहीं बनाई।
We have not created our Lokik household when we came to
बहुत
Baba.
बड़ा परिवार।
Baba gave us a huge family.
परिवार बड़ा है
The family is huge.
तो परिवार जब बड़ा होता है तो उतना ही फिर
And when the family is big, to the same
की
extent,
देखभाल हैं।
to take care of the
तो
family,
कई तरह के कर्म
there are
हैं
different kinds of karma yoga that has to be done
उनकी
in the
यात्रा हम
family to
दिखाते हैं।
take care of their sustenance, their spiritual stage, many,
सबकी
many
जिम्मेवारी
aspects.
कहो
Well, you might say, consider it to be a
बाबा
responsibility of
महाराज सबके
everybody.
सामने एक उदाहरण है।
Brahma Baba is an example in front of all of us.
कितने माताएं बहनें भाई
So many mothers, sisters were all there,
300-350
about 3 to 350 people.
बाबा ने किस तरह से हर प्रकार की परिस्थिति में
How Baba, in all
उनकी
kinds of
जिम्मेवारी
situation,
समझते हुए भी
he would think, he
डबल
would
लाइफ
consider it to be his responsibility, and still he
आज
stayed
मुझे ऐसा
double
लग रहा
light.
था
Today I was feeling as
कि
if
अव्यक्ति साइलेंस बहुत जरूरी है
it's very important to have this avyakt silence.
और अगर हम साइलेंस करते हैं
And when we are in
चार्ज
silence,
करते हैं
we charge ourselves.
और जब चार्ज होते हैं तो डबल
And
लाइट
when we
होते
are
हैं
charged, we stay double light.
बैटरी थोड़ी भी डाउन होती है
If the battery goes
कभी
down
थोड़ा
even
सा भी
slightly,
पर
you
भार
might be
बढ़
keep
जाता है
doing
बढ़
and
जाता है
doing, but you'll start to feel
तो
the
आज मुझे ऐसा
burden,
लगा कि 2
heaviness.
घंटे
So today I felt for
कुछ
2-3
भी नहीं सोचना
hours
है
that I shouldn't
डीप
think
साइलेंस में रहना है
anything, but just go into the deep silence.
सबका अपना अपना अनुभव है
Everyone has their own experience.
पर मैंने देखा कि कभी भारतवर्ष से कभी यहाँ से कभी
But
किसी
I have
देश
seen
से
sometimes from
किसी
India, from different countries of the
किसी
world.
के साथ कारोबार करते करते
We keep
फिर
doing
कभी
tasks
कभी
with
रात
all of
फिर
them.
कभी 12-1 बजे तक
Sometimes we're working till 12 o'clock, from 1 o'clock, there is phone calls, there are emails
फिर
that
ऐसा
go
लगता
on.
है कि अभी
And
2 3
after
दिन
that, I feel for 2 to 3
ऐसे ही
hours,
चलेगा
I need to go into deep silence.
2 3 दिन पहले बाबा ने कहा
2-3 days back,
साइलेंस
Baba
एक
said,
रेस्ट है
even the silence is like a rest.
तो उससे फिर डबल लाइट हो जाते हैं नहीं तो भारी
And after that, you become
भारी
double
काम
light.
जिम्मेवारी का नहीं पर ऐसे भी
The heaviness or the burden is not of
ऐसे यात्रा में हो
responsibility, but as you're doing
बहुत तरह की परिस्थितियां
the task and you're doing karma yoga and different tasks that
तो
is being
काफी
done,
बुद्धि
and
को भी लगाना पड़ता
so you have to involve your intellect too.
तो मुझे यही याद आया कि
So
अव्यक्त
I was
silence करो
remembering that I let me do Avyakti Silence.
तो अच्छा लगा,
So I liked
सुनने में
it. It
खुशी
was
हुई।
nice. I was able to become double light.
अब जिम्मेवारी हम लेते हैं या हमें दी
And
जाती है,
now, whether either we take responsibility or
कोई तो
responsibility is
जिम्मेवारी
given,
जरूर लेंगे ना।
someone or the other will definitely
लौकिक
take
जीवन की
responsibility.
सेवा
If
की
not
जिम्मेवारी,
Lokik, then it would be a Lokik
पर अगर कोई सीखे
responsibility of
अव्यक्त
service.
साइलेंस
And in
का
between,
अभ्यास
if we are able to practice this
तो जो कुछ
Avyakti
करना है डबल लाइट होके
silence,
करेंगे।
whatever we do, do it being double
तो
light.
जिनकी सेवा करते हैं
And
उनको भी लगता है कि
whosoever
हमारा जो भी
service that
काम
you
कर
are
रहे हैं,
doing, they will feel and experience
या अगर
that you
उनके
are
जीवन
also
में कोई
light.
भारीपन है
If they have
तो उनको लगेगा
heaviness in
कि
any aspect, you will be able to
सेवा
give them
करते
a
हैं तो
very
उनको
good example and advice to
किसी को
them
इस समय
because you
समस्या
are
है
double light yourself.
प्रवृत्ति में, किसी को मन की, किसी को तन की, धन की, संबंध में
So in Lokik world also,
कोई
everybody in
परेशानी आई
one
है,
everybody has one situation or the other, whether it's
या कोई
physical,
परेशानी
financial,
है या
relationship,
परिस्थिति है,
whether you want to call it a situation
तो
or
अपना
a
डबल लाइट
challenge.
रखना,
So to stay and to keep everyone double light.
जैसे इतनी ऊंची जो मंजिल है
So um,
उस तक हम
it's a
पहुंचना है,
huge
इसलिए
aim to
डबल
reach.
लाइट करना है।
So we need to underline this
अव्यक्त साइलेंस
to
डबल
stay
लाइट,
in Avyakt
फिर उसके बाद
silence
जिम्मेवारी।
and stay double light and
पर अगर
then
सिर्फ
take up
जिम्मेवारी सोचेंगे
responsibility. And if you just think of it as responsibility, then you
और
will feel
साइलेंस और
heavy.
डबल लाइट नहीं है
And if you're not
तो बड़ी थकान
silence
लगेगी,
and double light, you will definitely
थकान
feel it
लगती है,
burden. You'll
स्ट्रेस हो
get
जाते हैं,
tension. There will be
फाइट और फ्लाइट
stress.
से आते हैं, फिर
You'll get
थक
all of,
जाते हैं।
and then you'll get tired.
थकना नहीं चाहिए ना,
You should never feel get tired.
थकते हैं क्योंकि हमने
You get tired
अभ्यास नहीं किया,
because you
बड़ा
didn't
भारीपन
practice
है,
being avyakt silence. You were feeling
ये
heavy.
सबके साथ होता है।
And it happens with everybody.
अगर कई बार हाँ भूल जाते हैं और
Many
बहुत
times, if you
बुद्धि
forget,
चल रही है,
and
बहुत
if your
कुछ कर रहे हैं,
intellect is being used a lot,
मैं
if your words are being used a lot, and you are busy,
मैं समझती हूँ जो लौकिक
then I
जॉब करते
think,
हैं उनके भी तो होता है,
especially those who work in the Lokik
तो
job,
दोनों
they
चीज़ों में
also must
लौकिक
be,
अलाउड है।
they're doing Lokik and Alokik.
तो इसलिए बाबा कहते हैं कि
So that's why Baba says,
कोई भी जिम्मेवारी का बोझ ना हो,
you shouldn't have any kind of
जिम्मेवारी
burden
निभाना
of
बड़ा आवश्यक है।
responsibility. It is essential to fulfill your
बिना कोई
responsibility.
जिम्मेवारी तो होती है,
Without any
नहीं
responsibility,
है
how
कोई
anything will
जिम्मेवारी
happen? But to the
तो उसमें
extent that
डबल
you
लाइट
have
करो।
responsibility, be double light to the same extent.
और साधन क्या है?
And what is the means
अव्यक्त
for that?
साइलेंस,
Avyakt
डबल लाइट।
silence.
तो जिम्मेवारी निभाते
So while
हुए
fulfilling your
जिम्मेदारी के बोझ
responsibility,
से
be
ना
detached
बंधना,
from any burden
इसको
of
कहते हैं
responsibility. This is known as
बाप
being
का प्यारा।
loved by the Father.
जो यहीं पड़ी उलझनों में, बातों
If
में
I'm just caught up
फंसा
in
हुआ है,
words,
तो
in
बाप से कैसे दूर
conversation,
रहेगा?
so how can he go close to the Father? If he's in the whirlpool of all of those things, how
मैं
can
जब
he get
किसी
close
बात
to
को
Father?
बोलता हूँ, अगर
So whenever I
तो
say
मुझे सोचने
something,
की जैसे कि
Brahma Baba comes in front of me
कभी
and I
घबरा
think,
ही नहीं क्या
how
करूँ,
did he do? Baba
बहुत
saying,
जिम्मेवारी है,
um, do
क्या
not
करूँ,
be
क्या
afraid of
करूँ,
by
ये
thinking,
तो बड़ा
what can
मुश्किल
I
है,
do? Because I have a lot of responsibility. Should I do this or not?
यह
This is
महसूस
very
करना
difficult.
बोझ है।
To feel this means to have a
डबल
burden.
लाइट
To
अर्थात
be double light
इससे दूर
means to
ना
be
होना,
free from this feeling too.
क्योंकि बुद्धि को सदा
Because
निर्णय करते रहना पड़ता
because
है,
the intellect has to constantly
हर
keep taking
परिस्थिति में
decisions.
निर्णय शक्ति। तो बाबा
Mhm.
कहते हैं कोई भी
So Baba is
जिम्मेवारी
telling
कर्म की
to
हलचल
be
के
double
कारण ना
light,
हो,
do not have any burden
तो हर एक
from
व्यक्ति
some
चिंतन
upheaval
करता
or
रहे
any work of responsibility. So each one of us
सोच
have
के
to
देखो,
check, isn't it? Check and see.
होता है,
It happens.
ये मत
Does
समझो कि
happen.
मेरे को क्यों हो
Don't
रहा है,
think that why am I
सबको होता है,
feeling? No, it happens to everyone. Happens to everybody.
क्योंकि जो समर्थता
Why?
होती है
Because the
वो
power,
कैपेसिटी होती है,
as is the
क्षमता होती
power,
है,
so is the capacity, and we're trying to do more than our capacity.
तो थकावट तो होगी, राइट?
So it's
भारीपन तो
natural you will feel heavy, you will feel tired.
बेशक अभी आप लोगों से पूछेंगे
If I ask you now,
कैसा लगता है।
how are you feeling?
किसी को भारीपन आता है?
Do any one of you feel heavy, burdened?
चलिए मैं भी हाथ खड़ा कर देता हूँ।
It's okay. I'm also raising my hand.
जैसे मैंने बताया ना कि आज
As
हुआ,
I said,
बस ऐसा लगा अभी इसके
I
बाद
was just feeling, okay, after this,
कुछ नहीं,
and
डीप साइलेंस
nothing.
में
I just
चले
want to
जाए।
go into deep silence.
क्योंकि लेप छेप होता
Why?
है ना,
Because something or the other gets stuck. It sticks.
हर एक
The
की अपनी
remnants
अपनी
are left
कैपेसिटी,
behind. Everyone has their
अपने
own
विचार, अपने
capacity of understanding the way of they do their
कल्पनाएं
task.
खड़ी हो जाती हैं।
So some confusion,
हर एक का स्वभाव
evolves.
अपना है, उससे अपना है,
Everyone's nature is different. That also makes a difference.
इसलिए अपना सच्चाई से,
Therefore, with
अपने
honesty and with
स्वभाव
truth,
बस नहीं,
not under the influence of your
अपना
nature.
स्वभाव होता है ना, उससे हमें से कुछ ऐसा हो जाता है या दूसरों को ऐसा लगता है,
So, because of our nature, if we do and say
हमारे से
something,
कुछ
others
ऐसा
feel.
संकल्प न
Mm,
चले
We
कि कहीं
shouldn't
भारीपन
create
हो जाए।
any kind of thoughts within us towards anyone
आजकल हम यही लक्ष्य रखे
which
सब
can
खुश
become
रहें,
heavy. So we should just have the thought that everyone should be happy.
भगवान की शुभकामनाएं रहें।
They should also have like good wishes towards us then.
वो कैसे हो, सब
No
संतुष्ट
matter
रहें।
how they are, like we should have, they should be content. May everyone be
संकल्पों
content.
का भी बोझ हो सकता है,
So if there others are having thoughts, then
इसलिए
that
बाबा
could be a
कहते हैं
burden on the
शुभकामनाएं
self
रखो,
too. So that's why Baba says,
वरदान दो
have good
दुआएं दो,
wishes, give blessings, and have pure
इसलिए मैंने
wishes towards
किया है।
them, so that even if something little bit is there in anyone's
दादी
mind,
जानकी को जब
Dadi
जिम्मेवारी
Janki, when she
लगाई
got her
तो सबसे पहले
responsibility,
कोई किसी भी
first
कारण
she
से
asked, if
मेरे से
someone,
नाराज है तो
for
मुझसे
any
मिलो
reason, you're upset with me, come and speak to me
और बताओ किस कारण
and
से
tell me
मैं
what's
ठीक
the
कर दूं।
reason so that I can fix it.
क्योंकि बोझ होता है ना, बड़ा
Because
सूक्ष्म
it's a
बोझ होता है।
huge, subtle burden.
तो किस तरह से
So,
सब खुश
how
रहें, डबल लाइट
can everybody
ये
stay
बाबा का
happy,
कार्य
content
निर्विघ्न
that every
चले,
Baba's task can
चलते
go
रहें
along
वर्कर,
without
बनते
any
रहें
obstacles? And
इशारत करते
tomorrow's
रहें,
hope,
टेंशन
our
लेते रहें,
homework will pay
सहयोग करते रहें।
attention, we'll keep
ओम
checking, and we'll
शांति।
do our efforts as well. Om Shanti.
ओम शांति। अव्यक्त मूल्य रिवीजन 1969 से।
The Murli revision from 1969, multi-million fold fortune and blessings. So this Murli is from June 16, 1972. The special sanskar of Brahmin life is to stay cheerful. If you stabilized yourself in the position of an almighty authority, could those devilish or wasteful sanskars have the courage to come in front of you?
जब उससे कोई भी प्राप्ति सुखदायी नहीं होती है तो फिर भी याद क्यों करते हो?
This is something of the present, or why do you remember the past? When you remember the past, do you also remember what the attainment was through that? When there was no attainment of happiness through that, then why do you remember it? Why do you remember it when you have the result of it in front of you? You also understand that it is wasteful and that the result of something wasteful will also be wasteful. When you understand that the result is wasteful and yet you continue to do it practically, then what would you call that? Weakness. When you understand something and yet are not able to do it, that is called being weak. Are you still weak? What is the sign of those who have authority? They have willpower and are able to do anything they want. They're able to inspire anything they want. Well, anything they want to happen. This is why it is said that that one has authority. Have you not yet attained the authority that the Father has given? Are you master almighty authorities? Authority means being one with all powers. Can you call someone who has almighty authority, who understands everything, and yet is not able to do it? One with one with almighty authority? You forget who you are. This is your position. So, do you forget your own self? Do you forget the real self and become artificial? Nowadays, it is the fashion to make one image artificial. They put on one type of decoration or another, through which the reality is hidden. This is known as artificial and devilish decoration. In fact, the people of Bharat are still satoguni in comparison with all the other souls. However, by making an artificial form, by putting an artificial makeup, they are making themselves more and more devilish day by day. Now you should not forget the reality. By forgetting the reality, you develop devilish sanskars. In a Lokik way, too, no one has the courage to go in front of someone who is very powerful. Acha? Oh, we'll listen to the Murli um, tomorrow. We'll continue the Murli tomorrow. Om Shanti.